Episode 35. In the previous episode, after making our way, battling all the void sent through Hawk Manor, we managed to get a floating eyeball minion, but after deciding that floating eyeball minion was annoying, I think Komori decided to kill that thing off, pluck the eyeball directly from its socket, and stuff it into a new staff here. Of course, this staff came from the gold saucer, but we can just pretend that our adventures in Hawk Manor led to her getting this particularly nasty black mage gear. The Eye of Providence, or perhaps the Eye of Ra. Having said that, I don't think I'll never take out the eyeball minion ever again. I'll probably just stick with the cat or something on the ground at least whenever I'm going through some main story stuff. If I'm out adventuring in the world, or maybe when it's closer to Halloween, maybe I'll bring the eyeball back. But for now, it has its place right here in my staff. Now before I continue on the main story quest, I was hoping to complete the level 50 Black Mage quest and wrap up that for A Realm Reborn. I could continue along the main quest to get the necessary experience for that, but that would take a little bit more time than I want to spend today, and I was wanting to do that today. So in order to do that, I think the fastest way for me to get that experience while also recording something new would be to finish up the quests that I had been leaving undone. The side quests that lead to side dungeons, not necessary for the main story. I think I'll start at Cutter's Cry. Actually, is this closer? Oh, they're both in the same place. That's perfect. Or no, one's in Central Danaland, the other's in Eastern. Well, even though it's the higher dungeon one, we'll start over at Central Danaland, just because the teleportation cost is closer. Yeah, I should have gone the mount instead of the minion. Oh well. If this goes well, I should be able to complete 2 dungeons in one episode. This is Cutter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. And you hear that? That sound like the whuffing snort when a fire catches? That's the Chimera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right on in, if you're certain of your ability to make it out in one piece. Just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Ah, you promised old Cybold the Stoic, did you? He's what's called a man of principle, he is. A little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you've a wife at home big with child? Aye, the tale goes that rather than facing the fate spun for him by Nemea, he hid beneath the mangled body of his leader, and watched as his companions were torn apart one by one, also that he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having the boy grow knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now you know the true reason. I will never step into that cave. Just gotta make sure our portrait is good before we actually go into the dungeon. The estimate is an 8-minute queue time. We'll see if it takes that long. Well, it took much longer than I expected. Guess I should have expected it for a side dungeon like this, though. Food reminder, thank you. I definitely would have forgotten. Again. Looks like I have Fire 3 at this level, so I should be using that now. I think this dungeon is a little bit stranger than most. The layout is just kind of moving around a bunch of caverns by going through portals or something like that. I let my timer drop off. I should be training not to do that. Oh, damn. You know, I thought I'd get Mana Ward off in time. I didn't. Probably could have waited for the res, but I think it might be better for the mage to, or the healer to, save their MP. Although I guess it regenerates pretty quickly when not in battle. Looks like the healer is apologizing, but I'm the one that got myself killed there. I guess the tank thinks the same thing. I like to stand on this ledge when I'm a ranged class. It looks almost identical to the last room we were in. I didn't think that would happen. Just wanted to stand up there. Now this Chimera, Siebold told us he came in with a group of 7, almost a full raiding party to take him down. And really all you need is 4 people. But I would believe him if he said it killed every single one of them, because this is kind of a noob killer. Luckily Sydney is telling us what to do. Dragon in, ram out. This boss is very mean in that it uses a kind of mechanic that's not very well used or not commonly used at these low levels, which is showing the telegraphed area of effect only when the cast bar is complete. For certain attacks like that one it just did. I think dragon, nope, it's ram. That's the danger. Tabitha's almost dead already. He said he's not doing much better. Things can go south very quickly. Oh, that was in. Oops. Luckily it was mostly doing ram this fight, so I was out of range of most of the attacks. Not exactly a October-themed dungeon, but a scary enough boss, I think, to fit the season. Our timer is a little bit off. See if we can fix that. First. Let's see. Actually level 49 already. Got a lot more experience than I thought. We'll get a little bit of experience from the level 45 quest here, the Void Gate Breeze Gloomy. But I don't think it'll be enough to actually reach level 50. Not nearly enough, actually. We might even dip into level 51 or so, but that should be fine. I'm trying to maximize the experience allocation that I get, while also not doing too much grinding on video. That means only doing one run of each dungeon, at least while I'm recording, and then saving that experience for anything that we can get below level 50 for a secondary class. If we get above level 50 now with this, then it'll be kind of somewhat wasted experience, since there's a kind of steep drop-off between level 49 to 50 and level 50 to 51, as is with all expansions at increments of 10 levels, but I think it should be fine if we get a little bit over 50 at this stage. If it is the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled, and bah, you've not come all this way for a lesson in history? Well, it was sounding like a pretty good horror story, or at least shaping up to be some kind of creepy one. Land of many shadows. Maybe this will be Halloween themed after all. Shh, listen. Do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? Those sounds are the work of no wind, my friend. Nor that rumbling the doing of any shadows. Those are the calls of Halatali. For now the beasts, once kept for the Colosseum, lurk here. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No. There are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Komoi. Aye, I received word from Nedrick that you might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you are able to find your way out. Alright, I wouldn't call it exactly horror-themed, but sounds spooky enough to this guy at least. We can consider it part of our Spooky Months dungeon run. Of course, they mentioned this was going to get duty support in patch 7.1, but that's still, I guess, weeks or months off or something. We'll see what happens first. Patch 7.1 or my queue finishes. Oh, I saw an imp in that cutscene. That's kind of Halloween themed. Let's just go through treating this as a kind of medieval themed haunted house or something. Really, haunted houses can have any kind of theme. Oh, don't have that yet. In fact, we only have up to level 2? Only up to level 2 of Umbral and Astral. Whatever they're called. Don't even have Umbral Soul. due to the way the traits work here at this low level, the AoE spells don't give me the full level of Umbral or Astral Fire, or whatever they're called. So I'm going to have to rely on Transpose mainly. That's a boss. I didn't even notice we entered the room. There's some kind of mechanic here. Should we be concerned about those things or not? Probably not. Blue fire is spooky. Bugs, maybe scary. I'm sure our tank will survive. It's a lot of ads, but surely it's no problem. They're dying too quickly. This spot should be good. I'll just focus on the boss itself. Nope, it's invulnerable. What do we need to do to make it not invulnerable? It was probably the torches along the wall, I guess. If not the fire sprite. And I already have this on my hotbar. Speaking of allies, I guess I should have my chocobo out whenever we're fighting things in the overworld. But I guess right now, we're just doing dungeons. Although, yes, we just about reached level 50. was it? 27,800 times 2. Plus a bunch of experience for killing all of the monsters, or mainly the bosses. Which put us at around 30,000 over level 50, which is actually not that much, considering. That might end on level 51 after that dungeon, but the gap between 50 and 51 is much larger than anything previously. Quest wasn't in Old Daw. Or was that? Was it? Right, Milvanus Aquarium. Oh, right, I can just... Right, our next quest was talking to the Amalja, who hangs out over here behind the waterfall. I don't have any more hidden dungeons, do I? No. The only dungeons remaining would be, I believe, in terms of the side dungeons. God. How horrifying. It truly is Halloween. Anyway, the dungeons that we are missing in terms of side dungeons are the ones that I would pick up over by the Waking Sands at this point. I think there were a few more in the central Corthus Highland, which I'll of course pick up when the story actually brings us there. I was thinking about doing one more dungeon this episode just to take up the remaining time, but I don't think that's going to happen. Just go ahead and continue with the Black Mage quest. I was thinking of making the remaining 2 quests, or however much there are, just be one episode for next episode, but I guess what we'll do is the level 45 quest in this episode with the remaining time, then the level 50 quest next episode, however long that takes, probably only half the episode, and from there we can actually begin on the main story quest, whatever is remaining. We'll see how the time plays out. For all I know, this level 45 quest could be a lot longer than I know. Graded Thunder. I believe this Thunder just has a longer duration and increased potency than Thunder 1. I believe the reasoning for that is that your rotation changes a little bit when you get closer to level 50, so you need the slightly longer duration for it to make sense. Although I guess Thunder pretty much goes anywhere in your quote-unquote rotation, so maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Gomoy, it is well you are here. My colleagues Dozal Melok and Dazha would have words with you. Wait here while I fetch them. Close Void Gate. Strong black magic you need. Ready for test, are you? Very good. Squawk. You have sharp sense like Dozol. Noticed, have you? Your aura. Strangeness it has. Now the void gate. Gloom it makes. Like black press. Gloom drawn to black magic. Drawn to you. Like moss to flame. Black magic it seeks to corrupt and make own. Losing strength, seal is. Black magic and void gate share bond. Very deep. But must not leave be too long. Else other side maybe take you. Squawk. No fear yet. Still weak, Gloom is. Time you have. Strong Komori find next key. Teach you, Dozol will, what must do. Many black mages there were, long ago. One more powerful than rest. Very powerful. Epic even. Epic black mage. Black magic too powerful. Too dangerous. Wrong hands must not have. Know this he did. Ciphered spells hid secrets. Dark way passed to few. Very few. Teaching. Writing, spread over a realm. Lost to time they were, forgotten. One carved in stone, stone of mossy pillar. Pillar in South Shroud, Squawk. Chosen Komori is chosen. Unleash power of this black magic you can. Key it is, key to end of gloom. Knowledge of my line this is, passed to Dozol from mother. From mother of mother, from mother of mother of mother. 4 hatchings past. Strong mage she was. Epic even. Epic mage. Great love for dark art. More than anything. Joined with lizard men to learn all. Named betrayer she was. Chased from village. Squawk. Her words Dozol keeps. Teach to strong Komori now. 4 Magi meet in barren land. Old black powers they have they in hand. Fate of all wicked be made stark. Passed to light, then lit by Squawk. That her Squawk, not Dozol Squawk, should be dark. Dozol thinks. Good words. Deep words. Bring Dozol here, they did, to pass on. Not Dozol alone, others come too, other mages. Birdman, Lizardman, no matter. All wait for strong Komori. Strong mind you have, and heart. Help you, Dozol will. Go to Gridania you must, to Earth's gift. Near pillar lurking beasts, there are. Slay them you must. No need fear beasts. Strong Komori is strong. Daza. Squawk. I too am here to lend you my aid. Help and aid. What danger for Dozol, for Ixol, whalers wait. Wait with sharp spears. Go in place of Dozol, Daza will. Decided it is. Go now you will. Squawk. Wow, what an epic story. I particularly like the rhyme. What was it? The path will be lit by Squawk? I'm surprised there's anything that takes place over in this section of the map. I thought this was reserved specifically for something else. But I guess that's kind of a waste if you only use it for one thing. I didn't think there would be anyone high enough level to fight me. Speaking of, this maybe will take longer than I thought. There's going to be an entire instance. Stone pillar covered in moss rises here. The gem of Shatoto shines bright, revealing an inscription in the stone. As you approach it, you hear a voice ring out. By the gem thou bearest shall the great and dark power of Eld be bestowed upon thee. But those who seek this power must first prove their worth. Behold, the gloom that would be thine undoing cometh. Stay in the gloom's encroach by thy hand. Only then shall the umbral wisdom of the ages be gifted unto thee. That voice spoke true. Look, the gloom gathers, Komori. I sense there are fiends of evil about, nearby, close about. Alright, here we go. Alright, this goes by much faster if you stop those from spawning. Ah, I'm out. Huh? Well, we completed it, even though that guy spawned. Interesting fight. I suppose you had to kind of make it so that you're at high fire level in order to DPS down the spawning void gates before they could get any more enemies on the field. I think I just happened to be in fire phase by coincidence, or we could call it good planning. In any case, we're fine. Well fought. The gloom is scattered. Scattered is the gloom. Let us return to Burgundy Falls. Yes, yes. Dozul Maloko awaits us. You, me, us. How quickly can we get there? Our quickest route is still through here. Part of me still expects to see that one woman on the unicorn. Of course, they're gone now. They weren't gonna sit there forever. Gone from you, gloom is. Worry for nothing, Dozul did. Squawk. Now go see Khazar Cha you must. Awaiting you he is. The gods are good, to return you unharmed. The gloom which threatened to taint this world does so no more. And I sense the darkness within you is reborn with a new power. Wield it well, Komori of the Black, and make of it a tool for our ends. Do that, and as the prophecy speaks, the way to light shall be lit by the squawk, by dark before you. And before we continue with our friend, in this dark cave, now would be a good time to take a break.